What's up, guys? I'm back. This is going to be my reaction to UFC 300 Embedded episode number 1. Okay, I'm going to do my reactions to all the episodes because I think they're very interesting. I feel like you can learn a lot about them when it comes to your picks if you're paying enough attention to them. So let's get right into it. The first thing that happened was literally Pereira and Glover at Chuck Liddell's restaurant, which was pretty cool seeing Chuck come around. I know for 300 there's going to be like a lot of stars and probably Hall of Fame fighters around. So seeing Chuck was nice. They're having a meal. Alex was pretty much saying how Glover trained with Chuck. They had to have a long relationship. Voice crack. They have a long relationship. And he is able to get knowledge from both of them, which is part of why I picked him to win against Jamal. Like, Jamal doesn't have that, and I'll explain more about that fight later because Jamal came in later on. But it goes into the UFC PI showing Cody Garbrandt training. The only reason why I watch that is because it helps me figure out what I should train in the gym. Besides that, it was pretty nonsense. He's not very interesting. I think he thinks he's funny at times, but I don't think he is. I don't know. He gives me a weird vibe, makes me uncomfortable. I want to move on. I don't really, I don't really like Garbrandt. He seems cool. Seems like a cool guy. I'm sure. Can knock me out. Can knock a lot of people out. But I wasn't feeling his vibe in this episode. Then it goes to Max Holloway arriving in Vegas, the ninth island, right? With his voice gone. Someone's been screaming in their nightmares. Someone's scared. Someone's real scared. I think he might know he's going to go to sleep. It's okay. It's okay. We all got to go to sleep at some point. We all have to go to sleep. So, real quick shot of Max Holloway. Lost his voice. He was trying to say something. Couldn't fucking tell. Couldn't tell what he was saying. Aljamain Sterling with Dean Thomas, the fucking GOAT. Not at fighting, but as a voice. Because if you've ever seen his fights, fuck. But Aljamain doing his training, looking good, striking, concerning, but that's okay. I think his grappling is gonna help him out with this win. You know what I mean? Yeah. That fight was so confusing to picking Sterling, but I don't think Calvin Kattar's boxing is gonna be good enough. I explained that. You can watch in the predictions video. And then Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill shows up and he's with his coach, and his coach is claiming how his Achilles is fine, he's fully recovered. Okay. Like, as if you weren't fucking shoved into this fight by the UFC because they didn't have a main event. They needed a main event. They called you, they gave you a good price, and Jamal Hill said, "Fuck it. I don't need a win. I'll take the bag." So he's taking the bag. His Achilles is probably fucked up because in the fucking countdown, should have done a reaction on the countdown too. In the countdown, just rubbing that Achilles, just rubbing it, massaging it, doing all the freaking extra little shit they need to do to make it feel better. So there was that. And then you saw him hitting the pads. It looked real fast. Yeah, no. He didn't look fast at all. He looked slow as shit. Looked slow as shit. And that better have been on purpose. If he's going into this fight with Pereira thinking that that's going to fucking work, I might have been wrong with round 3 because Pereira might get that shit done in the first round. But you never know. You never know. He might have been, playing possum for the camera or some shit. Um, but onto a more I blanked. More positive. Jesus Christ. A more positive part of Embedded. Gaethje in the mountains, just running like a savage, running like an absolute savage. With Trevor Whitman, who always frowns when he knows his fighter is gonna win, just doesn't like seeing it. Whenever his fighter's getting literally pummeled, he's smiling. He's so happy to see them lose. I don't know what's wrong with him, that fucking psycho. Um, but yeah, no. Gaethje's in the mountains, just preparing to fuck up Max Holloway. I'm sorry, Max. I love you. Fucking Shaka or whatever. But it's not gonna be your night. And then it ended with Whaley, great old Whaley, just hitting them pads, looking like a beast, fighting like a fucking man. Scary. Her speed is not going to be matched by freaking Yan Jiaonan. So yeah, it ended on her just explaining how she's so ready for UFC 300, just kicking ass on the pads, doing a great job there. Kicks immaculate, great. Yeah, that was pretty much the episode. It was like 9 minutes long, not too long. I think that they should have these a lot longer, but it is what it is. I just like seeing more into these fighters because a lot of them don't have channels. So yeah, that was my reaction to the Embedded. Like and subscribe. Go and watch the other videos that I posted. Yeah, have a good one, guys.